I am Marc, 57 years old, married, 4 kids, 25 years of entrepreneurial experience, expert in solving challenges, and an experienced leader of individuals and groups. After my commercial and technical education, I went into salaried employment at Dutch, Belgian, and German companies. I started as a driver, planner, team leader, supervisor, operations manager. Then I switched to commercial manager and finally to the highest level of general manager. And then I started working for myself. So after living in the Netherlands, 2 years in Germany, and 6 in Belgium, I now enjoy my coffee in Dubai. And I must say, nothing wrong with that. I was always one of those guys who can't sit still, and still am, focused on improving processes, operations, and strategy. I go wild on developing new activities and, most importantly, implementing them. I've always been very practical, and with a lot of creativity and perseverance, keeping my goals in sight. As a child, I was obsessed with fast cars and always dreamed, as so many young boys did, to have a really nice, fast sports car. Friends and family around me were skeptical, of course. It only gave me more motivation to make that dream come true. I started my first company in the Netherlands 20 years ago, and after a year, I was driving a new Lamborghini, and they were silent around me. Many entrepreneurial years later, I am ready to transfer my practical knowledge to all starting entrepreneurs who want to go from 0 to 100 with some extra know-how and get a head start on other entrepreneurs. My kids kept saying, "Dad, you know so much about starting up a business properly and you have so much knowledge. Why don't you pass that knowledge on to other entrepreneurs?" That kind of stuck. Slowly, I came to the conclusion that indeed I often explain to other entrepreneurs how to do things and what may or may not work to get your business in order. I've already got a whole business up and running for a lot of people, so why shouldn't I do anything with that business-wise? And yes, I still want to make money too. But who doesn't get happy from sharing? How cool is it to be able to give an entrepreneur that kickstart and lead with my knowledge and expertise on their way to success? As I mentioned, I work practically. I prefer not to make things harder than they are. I mean, I don't use vague jargon, but just explain in very simple language so everyone can understand what I mean. Often, I use my own practical examples and things that I have run into. I've tried things that worked and things that didn't. And it's not about the mistake you make, but what you learned. Making mistakes and learning from them made me wiser, and I got better and better at entrepreneurship. When I was 16 and a little shy, I worked in a hospital dishwashing kitchen. I always neatly did everything that was asked of me, just always doing my best and being positive, you know? I performed heavy work and my supervisor was always more than happy. I always became their first choice when there was extra work. Apparently, I was seen and appreciated. I had quit school and wanted to focus entirely on working and making money. So right after military service, I started doing something I liked a lot: driving a car. It wasn't so difficult. I started as a driver, and even there, I was always on time. I worked well and was just positive, even when something totally failed. Here too, that was seen, and I was given additional duties. A year later, they wanted me as a supervisor to manage other drivers as well. I always turned out to take a kind of natural leadership role. While at the beginning of my career, I was fairly reserved, but once I figured out how things worked, I instinctively began to see what could be different and better. Just as Lamborghini keeps evolving every detail of a V12 to perform better, I am fascinated by improving, doing things differently, to be faster, be better, and make more money for the company. I have maintained that drive to this day, and as a result, I have become the entrepreneur who never gives up. I keep going. It's cool that you're following my modules. I feel honored, and I am sure I can share a lot of useful information and handy tips with you. I don't know everything, but what you don't know, you should buy. In that too, I can give you good advice and tips on how not to waste money unnecessarily on things that won't get you anything. Trust me, we go through each module in a practical way. We'll get in together, and I'm sure you'll get out feeling good. At the end of it, you're definitely going to have gained something from it. and you can use this know-how for the rest of your entrepreneurial journey. In fact, you have to look at it this way, that all the knowledge, mistakes, advantages, contacts that I have accumulated over 25 years are transferred to you in 12 modules. Of course, you will still make mistakes that you will learn from, but I will save you from 80% of the most painful mistakes, both motivational and financial. So listen up on my other concrete, goal-oriented modules. Listen how to handle business and what to think about to achieve success as an entrepreneur as quickly as possible. And do you wonder who and what I am? And if I have it so right then? Fair enough. I would ask myself those questions. Of course, but who cares? What matters is that you become very successful and have it right. And to answer anyway, I consider myself successful, but could have been much more successful already. I have missed a teacher, an expert, a leader, and want to be this for you. Because I had to experience and learn almost everything myself. It took me a long time. And yes, within a year, I was driving a Lamborghini and everyone looked up to me. But then I also went down very hard once. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But in the end, it made me much stronger as a person and an entrepreneur. What does success mean to you? Is it about money, status, prestige, happiness, love of business, free time, freedom, managing people, setting up a good business for your children, a retirement plan? All personal matters. Your business. I'm going to help you with my practical methods to get a good start as an entrepreneur. Or we'll tinker together so the engine of your business can just go that little bit faster. Like that V12. I have developed several modules with topics that I think are essential for every entrepreneur. You can choose them, order them, and get your benefits from them. You can also go all in and buy the complete package of all modules. With that, you take over my complete knowledge. Also, for just a small installment fee, you can get additional monthly knowledge in the form of exclusive app contact with me, concrete practical examples, entrepreneurial questions and problems including my suggested tips and solutions, blogs, news items that make sense for every starting entrepreneur, entrepreneurial experiences, and interviews. This way you stay informed, sharp, and continuously improve yourself as an entrepreneur and as a person. Would you like to exchange more? Then a personal business consultation is for you. In an online live session, I will answer your questions, and together we can discuss issues to further accelerate your success and take it to the next level. Availability is limited, depending on requests and time in my agenda. I wish you all the best of luck as you explore and engage with my modules. Thanks in advance for trusting me to step in. I can't wait to accelerate towards your goal. And my expertise is just that nitro boost. So, where are we going?